Hi, and welcome back to YogaLion. I'm Caroline, and today I've prepared for you a 40-minute Yin Yoga sequence that takes place at the wall. So the flow focuses on stretching and opening through the hips, legs, and entire low body using the support of the wall. As a prop, I would recommend for you a blanket, especially if you're practicing on a harder surface, as we will be lying down the entire time. So a blanket adds an extra comfort for your back and head. Other than that, you don't need anything special, so go ahead and grab something comfortable to wear, and when you're ready, come meet me on the mat. Begin by placing your mat right next to the wall, long side against the wall. If you're using a blanket, go ahead and unfold it and then place it perpendicular to the wall. This will be support for your back and head and be something soft to lie on. And we'll begin by sending our legs up the wall. The best way to get into this pose is to sit right next to the wall with your hip touching, and then gently roll over onto your back, onto your blanket, so that your hips are as close to the wall as they can be. Scoot forward, let your heels, calves, thighs, and hips relax against the wall. Let your upper body relax back. If it's comfortable for you, allow your arms to come out wide and settle into your breath here. As this is our opening pose, take a moment to scan through your body, starting with the bottoms of your feet, checking in with all 10 toes, your heels grounded on the wall, your calves and lower legs grounded on the wall. Your knees getting a rest from supporting you if you've been standing a lot today. Your thighs and upper legs and hips grounded on the wall, and your hips connecting you also to the earth. And keep scanning, check in with your abdomen, your belly, your chest. And pause here for a moment as you notice on your inhales your chest and belly expanding. And on your exhales, gently retracting. If you like, you can bring a hand to your belly or chest and feel the rise and fall with your breath. And then scan through your upper back, your shoulders. If your arms are out wide, feel gentle opening through your shoulders and your front body. And check in with your arms, biceps, and upper arms, elbows, forearms, your hands and all 10 fingers. And check in with your head and face and soften through all the lines of your face. Keeping your upper body where it is, start to plant your left foot onto the wall, bending at your left knee. want to scoot away from the wall a little bit as we take a hip stretch here. Bring your right ankle to your left thigh and allow your right knee to bend, stretching through the hip. So this is a hip opener for the right side of the body. If it's more comfortable for you, you can keep the left leg more straight up towards the ceiling. And if you want a deeper stretch, bend the knee. Maybe it's more comfortable for you to bring your right hand to your right knee to support this leg, or gently press your knee towards the wall for even more opening. Allow your left hand to rest outwards comfortably wherever feels good. And come back to the steady rhythm of your breathing from before, the rise and fall of your belly and chest, with this added sensation of a deep stretch through the right hip. If this stretch feels intense for you, maybe your forehead has started to wrinkle or you feel stress behind your eyes, take the next couple breaths to soften through all the lines of your face. And focus back on breathing in and out through your nose, allowing your breath to be as quiet as possible. Slowly use your hands to support, lifting your right ankle off that left knee. You can hug it into your chest for a moment. Move the right leg in and out, movement through your hips, whatever feels good. And when you're ready, plant your right foot back on the wall and bend through your left knee. Bring your left ankle to that right thigh. Try to keep your left toes pretty active. Your right foot grounds on the wall, toes pointing up, making a 90-degree angle with that right leg. But again, if it's more comfortable for you, maybe that right leg is more straight. If you like, support that left knee with your left hand by either holding it up or allowing that left hand to be a grounding presence to help stretch and open through that left hip by gently pressing your left knee forward towards the wall. And your right hand and right arm can relax out wide, taking up as much space as you like here. And Once you feel like your body is settled into the pose, begin to settle back into your breathing. Notice if this side feels different from your right side. And know that feeling different doesn't have to mean that anything's wrong. Scan again through your face and head. Soften anywhere that needs to be softened or anywhere you feel like you're carrying extra tension right now. We'll take one final breath in here and breathe out. Use your both hands to support that left leg as you lift it up off the right. And maybe gently hug it in towards center or draw little half circles with your hips out wide and back in. And when you feel ready, bring your legs back up the wall, scoot back closer to the wall if you drifted away with your hips. And we'll come into butterfly pose by bending both the right and left knee outward and sliding your feet down the wall, bringing the soles of your feet together and your knees out wide. So your hips are pretty close to the wall again if they drifted away. And you can bring your heels down to your hips as closely as you want or leave them as far away as you want, whatever is the best stretch for you right now. Option 2, bring your hands to your knees to support them or gently press them open. Or if you'd rather let them be, allow your arms to come back out wide, palms face up. Settle back into your breath here. Feel your entire back grounded down onto the mat, from your neck, shoulders, and upper back, through the back of your rib cage and chest, through your lower back, tailbone, and hips. And with each exhale, imagine you're sinking even deeper into the mat, deeper into the ground, softening everything. And take another breath in and out. After your exhale, bring your hands back to your knees and gently bring them together so you're hugging your knees in toward your chest. Maybe gently send your knees out wide and back in. Extend your right leg all the way up. Heel presses back into the wall, and we'll take a tree pose. Your left knee bends out wide, and the sole of your left foot comes in toward your right thigh or to your right calf, whatever feels best for your flexibility today. Your left knee is still pointing towards the wall, opening through that left side. And your arms can go wherever you like. Option here to send them up overhead. An extra stretch and opening through the chest. If you sent your arms overhead or in a different position than they have been, just take a few breaths to notice if anything has changed in your breathing. Can you breathe here more deeply? Is it harder to breathe? Can you slow down your breath again? And focus back on the rise and fall of your belly and chest. Focus on all of the points that are grounded right now. Your back and hips on the floor. Your hips, legs, and feet on the wall. And everywhere you can press down, just press down without being forceful, but rather using the support of the wall and floor to help you relax. And take another breath in. And on your exhale, gently bring your arms back down and around. Support that left leg if you like as you come out of your tree pose. And send the left leg long. You can shake the legs out for a moment before grounding your left leg down, bending through your right knee, and taking this tree pose on the right side. The sole of your right foot comes in toward your left thigh. Your right knee is bent outwards. You can support that right knee with your right hand. Send your arms outward or upward. Or option here to reach for your elbows overhead, creating an opening through the chest again and through the shoulders. As always, with each new pose, first check in with how your breath comes here. Notice how or if it feels different, especially when we move our arms above our head. And then check in through all the places where you feel stretch right now. And notice how the stretch feels on this side compared to the other side. But noticing without judging if it feels different, as there's no right or wrong way to feel here. Allow yourself to focus on the rise and fall of your breath. And soften everywhere you can with each exhale. Take one more breath in and out. Circle your arms back down and maybe support that right leg as you straighten it back out along the wall. Give both legs a little shake or movement, whatever feels good. Start to bend your knees, step your feet down, and then step your feet wide as you can. We're taking a goddess pose here on the wall. And this will be a deep stretch through your hips. Because your hips are planted on the wall, your knees are bent, your heels and toes grounded onto the wall. Allow your toes to point in the direction that your knees are bending in. To make this pose less intense, walk your feet back up the wall. And to make this pose more intense, walk your feet more towards the ground for more opening. Allow your arms to fall out wide or to any comfortable position. If your knees feel like they need support, you can support your knees. Or if you feel like you want to experience more deeply the sensation of your breathing, the rise and fall of your chest and belly, and bring a hand to your torso. Keep softening through all the lines of your face. With each inhale, find a little more space in your stretch. And with each exhale, soften into that space. breath in here and breath out. Gently bring your hands to your knees, heel toe your feet towards center. And then you can hug your knees to your chest, whatever movement feels good through your hips here. Before you send them back long, so hips grounded into the wall, legs grounded into the wall, we'll take a wide splits here. And wide is whatever feels good for you. Slowly start to step your feet out wide, a little bit at a time, until you've reached a good stretch for you today. The backs of your thighs, calves, and heels are all pressing and grounded into the wall. You can support your legs here with your hands, or allow your arms to rest anywhere else. Option here to bend at your elbows and let your hands come above your head, like you're standing like a cactus. And again, check in with how your breath comes in this pose. Check in with where your attention is at. And without blaming yourself for letting your attention wander, bring it right back to your breath. Maybe here start to really follow your breath. As you inhale, notice the air is a bit cold as it comes in through your nose. And as you exhale through your nose, notice how the air feels a bit warmer. In this type of practice, breathing through your nose as much as possible, as our noses help to filter the air for our lungs a lot better than our mouths. One more breath in. And then on your exhale, bring your hands to your thighs and gently support your legs as you bring them back up. Shake them out. Whatever movement feels good and natural for you before we set up for twists on each side. So keeping your hips as close to the wall as possible, let your legs simply fall over to the left side together, straight. Bring both shoulders grounded to the ground as much as possible. Your hips turned to the left, your chest still turned up to the ceiling. With your arms out wide, perhaps turn your head to look past your right fingertips. Our breath often comes differently in twists. It might feel more challenging to come back to your deep breath where your chest and belly expand. But slowly work back towards that direction. Inhaling and exhaling through your nose. And with each inhale, imagine your spine grows longer here, even without moving. And with each exhale, allow that right shoulder to ground down just a little bit more. And continue softening everywhere you can. And take one more breath in. And out. And when you feel ready, turn your gaze back up toward the ceiling and slowly let your legs drift back up towards center. Recenter your back here on the mat. Give the legs a shake. And then slowly let the legs fall over to the right side. And relax through the feet. Your hips and legs point over to the right. Your chest points up toward the ceiling. Your arms are back out wide. And then your head can turn to look past your left fingertips. Taking the first few breaths to check in with this side. Notice how your breathing feels. Notice how your twist feels. And then try to separate any emotion from this feeling and view it simply as sensation. Bring your attention, as always, back to your breath, in and out through your nose. With each exhale, focus on a softness through that left shoulder, a softness through your face, a softness through your breathing, and a softness through your twist. and out. When you feel ready, bring your hands back down. Turn your gaze back up. Send your legs back up through center. Take a moment to wiggle your legs. And then we'll slowly come off the wall. So roll over to one side. And we'll set up for our final resting pose, lying on our backs. If you're using a blanket, you can fold it up nice for a pillow underneath your head or wherever you want more support. Or you can unfold it completely and use it to cover up with. Giving yourself this extra time to set up for a nice rest. We'll be in stillness for 5 minutes. Allow your heels to come out wide to the corners of your mat. Allow your hands to rest wherever they feel most comfortable, along your side or grounded on your torso. Allow your eyes to close. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Fill up through the lungs, fill up through the belly. Open your mouth and then sigh it all out. And rest. Start to deepen your breath, coming back to your physical body. Start to move through your hands and feet. Even turning your head from side to side as you wake back up. Move through your legs, your arms. Gently send your arms up overhead for a full body stretch as you breathe in and sigh it out. Bend through your knees, roll over to your favorite side, and press yourself back up to a gentle seat. And inhale your arms out wide, up and overhead. Bring your palms together and down to your forehead. May you always see your inner courage. Hands to lips. May you always speak your strengths. And hands to heart center. May you always hold joy in your heart. Thank you for practicing with me today. Namaste.